Ever heard of a footballer making more than $200 million a year? Not in lifetime earnings, just 1 year. And no, we're not talking about basketball or boxing. From Middle Eastern mega contracts to endorsement empires that rival Hollywood, the numbers these players are pulling in are simply mind-blowing. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 highest paid footballers in 2025, uncovering not just their income, but the lifestyle behind those paychecks. And trust us, someone just crossed the 100K a week mark and didn't even make the list. Honorable mentions. Before we dive into the top 10, let's spotlight a few stars who just missed the cut, but are still pulling in unimaginable sums. According to the World Bank, the average global annual income is around $11,000. Now compare that to Harry Kane at Bayern Munich, making around $510,000 per week. That's 46 times the global yearly income in just 7 days. Kalidou Koulibaly, now with Al Hilal, earns $730,000 per week. That's 66 years of average income per week. Riyad Mahrez, he's bringing in a wild $1.1 million every week with Al Ahly, the same as 100 years of earnings for the average worker. Incredible, right? Other heavy hitters like Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Erling Haaland, and Kevin De Bruyne are circling the top, threatening to crash the list any season now. But from this point on, we step into the ultra-exclusive club, where paychecks look like corporate budgets. All right, let's kick things off with the names that just make it into the top 10. Still filthy rich, but not quite in the mega money club yet. Let's start the countdown at number 10 with Kevin De Bruyne, pulling in $39 million a year. That's over 3,500 times what the average person makes globally. Manchester City's silent playmaker doesn't flash it, but a $35 million salary plus $4 million in endorsements from Puma and other global brands makes sure his presence is always felt. At number 9, it's Robert Lewandowski with $44 million. That's more than 4,000 times the average global salary. He's still scoring big, with $34 million coming from Barcelona and $10 million through deals with Huawei, G2A, and more. His form may be aging, but his wallet's in its prime. And at number 8, we've got Sadio Mane, banking $52 million a year, about 4,700 times the average income. Most of that comes from his monster contract with Al Nassr, plus a few million in brand endorsements. He's not just cashing in, he's dominating in Saudi. But hold up, these aren't even the biggest earners. The next few names are cashing more than $1 million a week. Yes, you heard that right. Now we're heating up. These next players have officially crossed the line into wild wealth territory. At number 7, Mohamed Salah, $53 million. The Egyptian king is still ruling. He brings in $35 million from Liverpool and another $18 million from brand deals with Adidas, Pepsi, Gucci, Vodafone, you name it. That's over 4,800 times the average global income. He's not just a football icon, he's a cultural one. Number 6, Erling Haaland, $60 million. He scores like a machine and earns like one too. $46 million in salary from Manchester City, plus $14 million from deals with Nike, Samsung, and more. At just 24, he's already bringing in nearly 5,500 times what the average person makes in a year. You can bet this number will double in no time. And number 5, Kylian Mbappe, $90 million. Now this is where things go from impressive to insane. Fresh off his Real Madrid signing, Mbappe is pulling $70 million in salary and $20 million from endorsements with Dior, Hublot, and Nike. That's about 8,200 times the average yearly salary, and he's only 25. Some say he's the future of football. Others say he's already the present, but we're still not done. The next players make these numbers look small. Let's talk about the $100 million and up club. Now we reach the elite pay bracket, the footballers whose yearly earnings exceed $100 million. At number 4, Karim Benzema, $104 million. Since moving to Al Ittihad in mid-2023, Benzema's been pocketing about $100 million in salary, with an additional $4 million from endorsements with Adidas. That breaks down to over $1.9 million per week, more than 9,400 times the average annual global income. Even in a league full of massive contracts, his paycheck made headlines. At number 3, Neymar Jr., $110 million. Neymar's switch to Al Hilal came with an $80 million annual salary, plus $30 million in endorsements from Puma, Red Bull, and Gillette. That's a total of $110 million a year, or roughly 10,000 times what an average person earns globally. From luxury yachts to birthday bashes on private islands, Neymar's lifestyle mirrors his earnings, larger than life. Both Benzema and Neymar are not just footballers, they're pillars of Saudi Arabia's sporting revolution, redefining what's possible in player compensation. Only two players stand above them. Who are they, and how far ahead are they? Now we reveal the legends of football wealth. In second place, Lionel Messi, $135 million. Messi pulls in around $60 million annually from Inter Miami, a unique deal that includes both salary and ownership perks. Off the pitch, he earns another $75 million from brand partnerships with Adidas, Apple, Pepsi, and more. That's a total of $135 million per year, which is more than 12,000 times the global average income of roughly $11,000 annually. Even at 36, Messi isn't slowing down, he's just expanding his legacy, influence, and empire. Claiming the top spot, Cristiano Ronaldo, $275 million. According to Forbes, Ronaldo now earns a staggering $225 million from Al Nassr, with an additional $50 million from endorsements like Nike, Binance, and his global CR7 brand. That totals $275 million a year, about 25,000 times the average annual salary worldwide. At 40 years old, he's not only the highest paid footballer, he's also one of the top paid athletes across all sports. And with income like that, he's playing in a league of his own, financially and otherwise. Ronaldo's financial dominance isn't just about soccer, it's about global branding, business ventures, and enduring relevance. Messi, too, proves age doesn't slow fame or fortune. Now that we've seen the top earners, what fuels these eye-popping incomes? Let's explore. Behind the figures, salary versus endorsement. The numbers we see, weekly wages and transfer headlines, are just the surface. The real money, it's layered. Take Ronaldo and Messi. Both balance the scale, with nearly half their income coming from endorsements. That means brands are just as crucial as goals. Neymar, he's the opposite. Nearly 3/4 of his $110 million comes from Al Hilal. His endorsements, while big, take a backseat to his club salary. Meanwhile, Mbappe and Haaland still lean heavily on team pay, but their endorsement empires are fast catching up. With deals from Nike, Dior, and Hublot, Mbappe is shaping into a corporate titan. Haaland is moving slower, but building smart. And then there are the extras. Image rights, goal bonuses, signing fees, millions earned silently off the balance sheets. But the way they spend? That says everything. Ronaldo builds hotels, gyms, and football academies. Messi launches drink brands and films. Neymar throws yacht parties and rents private islands. Mbappe funds youth academies and invests in tech startups. But when you're paid like royalty, the world doesn't just watch your play, they expect your legacy. So in conclusion, who wins off the pitch? When it comes to influence, this is more than football. These players are global industries. Cristiano Ronaldo isn't just the highest paid. He's a brand architect, building legacy businesses that may outlive his playing days. Lionel Messi? His legacy rests not only on trophies, but on universal admiration crossing languages, borders, and generations. Kylian Mbappe is still young, but his empire is in motion. He's investing early, speaking up for causes, and targeting longevity. And Neymar? He's the undeniable icon of flash, lifestyle, and entertainment. Not the richest, maybe, but definitely the most talked about off the pitch. So the real question is this: who's truly the king off the pitch? The one with the deepest pockets? The one crafting the cleanest brand? Or the one who stays unforgettable? Which footballer shocked you the most with their off-field empire? Tell us in the comments. Hit that like button if your jaw dropped at those numbers. And subscribe because the next video, we're revealing the wildest things football money has ever bought.